Up on the desk today, we have something a little bit different. We have my grandfather's watch. Now, the reason my grandfather's watch is up on the desk today is because I want to swap out the acrylic domed glass, as it were, because, let me see if I can get my focus on this thing. Where is it? There it is. I'm not sure if it can be made out on camera, but there are some micro cracks all the way up along. Bit of dust, but that'll be cleaned out. But anyway, these cracks can't be polished away. They are through the thickness of the acrylic itself, meaning that, you know, no matter how much you take off the top, because it's all the way through, it'll never go away. And those are weak points that, you know, you tap it off something, it won't last. But to rectify that, I have this brand new in packet 300 glass. This means it is, yeah, the 300, that is, imagine it's in millimeters, but with a decimal point. So this would be 30 millimeters, 0.0. Then there's, you know, 301, 302, 303, all the way up along. So this is millimeters to a decimal point, but the decimal point isn't there. What that's all about, I couldn't tell you. But first port of call is to put on finger cots. I know what these look like. They are not that family friendly looking. They look like something else, especially in kind of a white, but they are for the tips of your fingers to avoid getting your greasy oils and stuff all over whatever you're handling. These are handy. They're a lot more convenient than full gloves. You know, they can get sweaty and just meh. It's a lot more convenient, at least to me, to just roll on an old finger cut. These are cheap, kind of crappy ones, but I'm not doing anything crazy intricate, so they'll do. Oh, I've made a mistake. Instead of putting it on the thumb, I've put it on my ring finger. My mind isn't firing on all cylinders, it would seem. Yeah, I'll have to get out a new one for that. I had a bout of COVID recently, and there's been a bit of a lingering brain fog and kind of a malaise, not a malaise, but a lack of energy. I don't have as much as I know I should. Mental and physical. But anyway, crappy finger cuts on. Next port of call is to find the lip that this bezel uses to be popped off with. So can I find... can I find the little lip? I'll really have to look closely at this. Okay, I think I found it. Just here, just over where the crown sits. Let's see if I can heighten my lamp a little bit. Just here. There is a tiny, tiny little lip with which I can use my prying tool that I have. I'm not entirely sure what this actually is, to be completely candid, but it has a nice, fine, but not a sharp edge. It's kind of blunt, which is good. And I'm just going to simple. Now I'm going to put this little dust cover over it while I pop out the old acrylic. There it is. Set that aside while we get out our new acrylic. Look at that. Quick sneeze there for good luck, I'm sure. And now we can just click it in. This isn't a huge pressure fit. It just kind of sits in there, and because the acrylic, we call it a glass. We'll call it a glass, yeah. Because it's smooth, there's no way to kind of grab it from the top and pull it out, so it doesn't have to sit in there all that firmly. It just has to sit in there. Now, let's blow some of this dust off. I know I have a cloth somewhere as well. I recently reshuffled a lot of things, so I'm not entirely sure where that microfiber cloth lives now. Right, I found a cloth. So we'll just give this a quick rub. This is a glasses cloth that came with a set of sunglasses. It isn't the cleanest. I've been kind of using it to clean my camera lenses when I'm out and about, you know, running and gunning, doing photography and stuff, but it should fit our purpose for just giving a quick little clean and then blow off any bits and pieces. Okay. Now we can place this. Click. I should have paid attention to where that lip was going to go down. Let me see if I can find it. Ooh, that's in an awkward spot. I was hoping this wouldn't happen. It's right on the crown. Let's see if I can just, if I flip this, if I can just squeeze it in. Oh, thank goodness. Now we'll rotate that roughly 90 degrees. Where's my lip? It's at the top. Click. You know what? While I have the price here, though, let's show you all the insides of this thing, because I think mechanical watches don't get enough love. Isn't that nice? I think it is anyway. And focus. Thankfully, I don't need a press to get this case back on. But yeah. That's looking pretty good, methinks. And that has been putting a new acrylic glass onto a watch.